Hey good people, it is Tashira from Politics and Fashion here today with a video that is all about ballet flats. Really flats more generally, but flats are everywhere, girl. They are omnipresent. From down at Payless, Tom McCain. What happened to Payless? RIP to a real one. From the more affordable brands all the way to the luxury girls, the Elias and the Kates of the world. Flat shoes are everywhere. And I want to talk about how to incorporate this trend into your wardrobe in a way that is sustainable and long lasting. If that sounds good to you, just keep watching. Now, you all know that I don't get into a lot of trend discussions over here. I do believe that my wardrobe is a bit more timeless. I mean, as I sit here with the whole Blanche Devereaux blouse on with feathers, you know, we all have a little flair. We have a little stunt moment here and there. But there's something about a trend that can be hard for me as someone who loves elevated simplicity. I talk about this all the time, a concept in my ebook. It can be hard for me to think about how to incorporate trendier items. And if you are also like that, or if you just want to consume consciously, then today's video is for you. I also recognize that I don't love every flat shoe or ballet flat that I see. There are some, send it back expeditiously, okay? But there are others that I'm going to recommend to you today that I think are it. I can understand why they have appeal, why they have allure, and let's face it, okay? It is time that we protect the knees. Now, if you was around by the 99-2000 like me down at the moon, if you remember, you know what would happen when you heard that dun dun dun, like when you really had to like run to the dance floor before the beat dropped, girl, you're looking for some. Like if you remember those days and the pressure that it put upon our knees, then we welcome a flat and stylish shoe over here. And I know I do, okay? You all know that I have a pair from Express already. Those are still available over on the website. I have loved styling those. I actually wore them last week during my live taping of the podcast in Pittsburgh. But there are times when I think we can take this silhouette, which is nothing new, of course, okay? This is definitely hearkening back to the 80s. There are times that we could take this silhouette and I think not quite level it up and not quite to make it as contemporary as it could be. And so I have some tips about how I would do that today, as well as some recommendations. The first tip is to add volume. Definitely add volume. Volume is going to be your best friend if you are styling ballet flats and flat shoes more generally in a way that is on trend and more contemporary this season. Now, volume might look like wearing an oversized top. It might look like wearing a pair of oversized denim on the bottom, barrel jeans, barrel pants, which are also having a moment. What you really want to do is kind of, I think, juxtapose that kind of sleek silhouette of that flatter shoe that doesn't have a heel, so it's not going to necessarily elongate your legs. So this outfit might be a little man repelling, but girl, middle finger to the patriarchy. Who cares? We're dressing for ourselves. And so what we want to do is play with proportions here. And I feel like an outfit that is more voluminous does that for us. So think about maxi skirts that are A-lined or that have a balloon hem, for example. Think about, as I mentioned, cargo pants. Think about barrel jeans. Think about off-shoulder tops that have puffy sleeves. You want to give your outfit a bit of extra level of kind of dimension and just oomph. And let me just say that I have a part 2 coming to this video where I'm going to actually style up a few pairs of flats that are going to be new in my wardrobe very soon. And so trust me, I am going to actually style these things for you all. But right now, I just want to kind of get our wheels turning, okay? The second tip is to shorten hemlines. I am loving flats every time I see them with kind of either a micro skirt, a cargo skirt, a balloon skirt once again, but one that is shorter. Something that is above the knee, I think definitely really works. What does not work as well to me is something that, for example, is midi length and more of like a pencil skirt. That feels like we're going to work. That definitely feels like a sensible shoe for a work conference in your presentations for the slide deck. I think if we want to make it a little bit more fun, work to weekend, I would shorten the hemline, and extra points if you add volume to the short hemline. Shorts also a great example. I've seen great Bermuda shorts, things that again are a bit looser probably. I don't know that I would wear a pair of flats or ballet flats with a pair of tight shorts. I want us to keep those same principles of kind of width and volume in mind, but it also looks really great when we shorten the hemline. And then 3 is the category of flat shoes that I tend to love. Ranch salad dressing, round toe flats. We don't go together. These are things that I feel like have our people in bondage. Is why we can't. I don't like round toe flats. And it is going to be a very slight distinction for me. Not for all. Not for all whatsoever, okay? This is when I think of what is bringing this trend for me to a new space and one that's fun. I'm thinking about square toe flats, and I'm thinking almond toed flats. I'm thinking about pointed toed flats. Pointed toe flats, now me and them, we can do some things for sure. But if I'm going then, that's my comfortable spot. That's me in the pocket. If I'm going outside of that, I'm looking for a square toe or I'm looking for an almond toe. Nothing wrong with a round toe flat for other people. But as for me and these size 10.5s, we're going to stay away from those, okay? Now, keeping those almond toes in mind, first up for my recommendations are going to be the Gucci Women's GG Slingback Ballet Flats. And this is kind of confusing for me because we're using the term ballet flat to define all category of flat shoes, when if you are a big age like me, you know that these are technically not ballet flats. But Gucci, I'm gonna let you have it, okay? Because what you did right was this shoe right here. I tried these things on, girl. They were too small, but I was damn near willing to let the back of my heel just scrub the ground a little bit. Just collect a little bit of dust about these because could you imagine those with what I have on today? I'm wearing the Osiri top, y'all, with the feathers that you can see here, and a mandarin collar, covered buttons on that as well. And these may or may not be on their way to me. I've suffered in silence long enough. I've suffered behind these shoes because I don't have them. And it's time for the abuse to stop. So I got to get these, y'all. I don't know what to say. It is something that is so elevated about this style. I think that Gucci, this shoe is not new, by the way, but Gucci's one of the first ones that I saw hit a flat out of the box that I thought to myself, ooh, let me look at that twice. Now, it also comes with a heel, so a heeled version, and it also comes with 2 different patterns. One is denim, and the denim are cute. Those denim ones that's a pretty girl. And then we have as well one that is like the classic GG Supreme. I think that's what it's called. The brown, essentially, fabric. Those 2 I could do something with as well. But you all know me. This black pair in their mesh, bonus points for that because we're seeing a lot of mesh shoes right now. Mesh flats specifically. And it has the crystals. I think makes it immediately a shoe that I would think about wearing nighttime or in the evening. And typically, girl, I was the one dancing on tables with 3-4 inch heels back in my heyday. And so to think that I would be going outside at nighttime down to the bar with a flat shoe on would be unheard of. But there's something about this moment in this shoe, I think we could make it work. So y'all stay tuned. Let me just say that once again, this trend is a little tricky for me because I think that some of these shoes I'm not as comfortable with because they can get, once again, to kind of like a juvenile, not juvenile, but like to a juvenile. I am on one today. To a juvenile territory, you know what I mean? So I want us to stay away, at least in this list, from like bows and straps across the front. I have a hard time imagining those in my wardrobe. But when I saw this one, so these are the Campbell romps. I fell in love. Margot actually has these in gold. Again, they may be on their way to me. They may be on their way to me again in the gold. I just think this is a beautiful, beautiful shoe. The silhouette is simple, but it's interesting. It's different. They are 100% leather and the price point comes in good. The one thing Margot said is that you may want to go up a half size in them because they don't have a lot of stretch across the back. So I do think Jeffrey Campbell missed the mark there, but they come in a myriad of colors. And again, it's just a simple, sleek shoe. I think the way I'm going to style this is with a pair of white barrel jeans. Girl, a little tank, maybe a blazer throw across my shoulder, pull out that Bottega clutch that don't get enough wear. Be down at the institution. Now I'm going to go back and forth between affordable and luxury items because I have another luxury pair to share with you all. And I'm going to keep my promise because my no buy, one of the items on the list at the beginning of the year was Saint Laurent shoes. But damn it, if the Allure is not so strong. Because I love these blades. I saw these on a creator. I was watching a vlog. I can't remember her name. But she was wearing these with a pair of shorts. And I was like, you know what? It was like a short suit at that. It looked wealthy. It looked like something I wanted to be a part of. I don't know where she was going, but I felt like I'll meet you there. Because wherever you're headed with those on seems like my kind of place. That's my kind of institution. And so we love the fact that they seem to be, they're patent leather. And they have that bold gold across the front. We're back at, maybe it's kind of like an almond-shaped toe. Slightly squared. It's a sling back, which always gets extra points in my book because whenever I see a sling back, I feel like that immediately can be dressed up. It's less casual in my opinion. I just think that it is a beautiful, beautiful shoe. Y'all let me know if you've ever tried these on. I would love to know if they are as uncomfortable or if you have them as some of YSL's other shoes. And then we have it kind of like a mid-price range because these come in at $425 full price, but I've seen them on sale quite a bit. The Gany Feminine Buckle Ballerinas. Another misnomer in my opinion. This is not a ballerina flat, but you know we're going to let it slide. This shoe comes now, y'all, in probably about 10 to 15 colors, especially on Gany's website. It is one of the early flat shoes that I saw styled. I think Carolyn Gray has these, Carolyn Britchick has these, and I've loved the way that they style them. I'm hesitant to do shoes with a lot of silver hardware because I wear so much gold, but I love these. I mean, I would be willing to make an exception because, again, they come in so many different colors now. I'm always a sucker for a metallic shoe, so they come in all silver. Chef's kiss on that one. The red have been pretty popular. I've seen those quite a bit. Red is still a color that's trending, so to have it in a shoe I think would be really dope, especially if you have a more neutral wardrobe like me. And I also really like the white. Quite a few of these shoes that I'm sharing with you all today come in white, but I'm hesitant to show you a white kind of fully covered flat because that gets into like nurse for me. A white slingback though is a little different because you are seeing more of your actual foot, and I like this in white a lot. I think as far as a like loud or fun contrast color that can make something immediately more edgy, a white shoe like this would do it. And last but not least, let's talk about the folks down at the Amazon, because the Amazon has definitely been doing their thing with inspired by pieces. We can't always say the word when it comes down to them for copyright infringement reasons, but just know that many of us fashion girls have been over there searching for the inspired by pieces, shall I say. Now, what they have a lot of, and I think many of us have been marketed, are a ton of those mesh flats. So much so that I got sucked in, and I have this dreadful pair. Girl, a fashion show with no fashions, how dreadful. Now I shared this with my private community when they came, as well as the folks over on TikTok, because I was aghast at how poor the quality is. And it's supposed to be familiar, reminiscent of the Allure pair, which I have honestly took umbrage with. There was something about this gold piece on the Allures that got me. These, in my opinion, are not in the same category. Nowhere near the Allures. I hope that the Allures are coming across much better than these, because these gave like garden gnome. When I put them on, me and my friend got the same pair. They just were abhorrent. I don't even know what to... The only reason I still have them is because I want to show them to you before I sent them back. So if you were looking for this kind of shoe and it has been marketed towards you on Amazon, just know that all sellers are not the same. Please read the reviews. But I also, once I put this shoe on, I recognized how I was being influenced by how omnipresent it is, because I still just really don't love the silhouette. It is giving hair store flat. Am I lying? And let me tell you something. When I had on a herringbone chain, when I had a fan ponytail, when I had a ring on every finger, and a full set of acrylic nails and cotton candy with airbrush on the tips, I had these shoes. And I just feel like if I wanted them again, I would just go on MLK Boulevard, any one of them, and I would find a hair store and I would get them. You see what I'm saying? Either that, or it's giving like a swimming shoe with a fishnet. It's just, girl, get somebody else to do it. It is not for me. And I just had to give a word of caution around what they got over there, because not everything hits the target every time. But I think what might hit the target, you all, if you were looking for flats over on Amazon, these are the most affordable ones that are on the list, are these Dream Pairs women's flats, square toe slingback flats. You know, Amazon, the names are long. They, of course, will be linked. Because this is giving a little Chanel-y. It's giving a little Chanel-y, honey. I don't know that I've seen this color contrast before, where the shoe is white and the toe tap is black, so that seemed interesting to me. Obviously, they have it in the classic nude and black, and they also have it in all black. It is not a leather shoe, but it seemed to me like it could actually be something cute to try, especially if you were in the market for the Chanel flats. I've never had the Chanel flats. I have had the ones with the small block heel. Love the silhouette. I think it is classic. We're back to an almond toe. However, it is hard to find every color that you may want in that shoe in a flat silhouette, because it's very seasonal, right? Chanel doesn't keep 15 colors in the back room. Them people virgining them. Yeah, Virginie has since gone on, but no, she ain't dead, but she stepped down. Virgining them give you what they want you to have based upon the collection, of course. And so it could be nice to try out a pair. Ooh, wait a minute, they got a little tweed pair down here too. It could be nice to try out this classic silhouette at a more affordable price point. I had fun, y'all. It is just really, for me, when I create this types of content, it is a chance for me to dig deep and to really share styling expertise with you all in real time, but also to kind of parse through what's out there and to try to make a distinction between what I love and what I don't, and why. And that's what this has been an exercise of, and I hope it has been helpful and inspirational to you. If so, you know what to do, friend. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Make sure you are following me all across the internet, and I will see you good people next time. Peace.